Alright, hey guys, it's TC Drumheller here, live in Caldwell, West Virginia, and I just wanted to show you all what I have constructed here out of twigs or saplings, guess you'd say, of different varieties, and out of sycamore trees and poplar and grapevine and just different things here. And just to let you know, it is all handmade. Did not use anything power related, no chainsaws or nothing. Everything here I cut by hand using these over here. I used some loppers, a hand bow saw, and a machete to make this puppy. And so the hardest thing to find, and I'll go through the steps of what I've done here. The hardest thing to find is actually these posts like this that have the forks in them. And the main frame is made out of 8 of these. I'll go back here and I'll show you the other 4. So the hardest thing, that's where you're starting at, is with these four posts that have forks in them. And so you get them relatively to the same length. You lay them all down. I've got an album of pictures that I've put together of this that I'm going to tag in this video or share with it, or any way I can tag it along with the video. But anyway, as you start with that, it took me a while to get this, and I started in January, and so that's where you begin. And in my head, actually, it was very smaller than this, but actually after I got it up, it got to be pretty good size. And so I got the 4 main posts, finally found all them, and then I was looking for a main I-beam post for the top, which you can see going along right there. Got that from down in the debris pile from the river that you can see down in there. That's where I got it, and you can see the river is just right there. But anyway, I got to cut that, and then the next step was for the walls, as you can see right here. That was the next process of this place. And as you can see, there's another I-beam going along the top there, held by a post there, one on the end, one in the middle, and one on the end back here, and the same as the other side here. And after you get all of them put up, then I was started on the wall. Another thing there for the posts that are in the ground, I also started a fire and burnt the ends of them to char them a little bit, and that is to help slow the rot, so to speak. So that was a neat thing that I learned while building this. And so the next thing is to go and get your saplings that, as you can see, are what everything is pretty well made of here on the walls there and everything. And so you basically just weave it in and out. I'll show you here on the outside. So let's say you start on the bottom, you start on this side, and then you go on the other side of the other stick, and then after you're done with that one, you go over here and start on this side. And so everything is held together by tension. There is no push to one side more than the other, so it's all held together by it being weaved together. And as you can see there, it's pretty sturdy all the way down through there. It just ain't tied to the wall. Of course, you don't really need it to. It's already standing. That just adds extra stability. But after you get that up, which takes a while, the main thing you really want is straight sticks. You don't want any crooked ones or anything like that. Of course, you can use them in certain areas. It depends on what fits where. But so after I got done with that, I stepped back and looked at it, and then I realized how many more sticks that I was going to need. And I was debating on if I really wanted to do this or not. So I said, well, what the heck, I've already got it halfway started, why don't I just go ahead and finish it. So I finally got the sides done on both sides. Got my little beam there across that, and that's just for looks and also stability for the posts going down through there, as you can see. phosphorus for rest for that. But then the next process was starting on the back, which I'll go around here and show you real quick how the back works. And so you'll see that I have 2 walls actually in there. These 2 walls right here, you can see there's a pocket in there, and it's filled with leaves. And the leaves are used for a windbreak, but as you can see, I started in the wintertime and there's no leaves here, and I got them all from out in that area, and mostly grass is coming up now, and you're not going to get as many leaves in there, so I'm going to have to wait till fall. Anyway, so I've gotten all my sticks together, and by the way, I got my sticks up the road about a mile from here, behind a stockyard, and they logged years and years ago, and just now the saplings are, getting to good height and usable, as you can see, where they are perfect for this type of structure. So as I went and I cut and I cut and I cut for days, and I come back and I weaved them all inside and out there. As you can see, I'll go inside really quick and show you the inside of what it looks like. And this one post that I have that holds everything back is under a lot of tension, and I'm half scared of this thing. So as you can see, I've got it on the outside of this one, the inside of that one, and on the outside of this post here. Now, this thing is not square no matter which way you look at it. It is crooked as a dog's hind leg. But it is together and it works, and it is solid as a rock. As you can see, that sucker is not going anywhere, and if it were to come loose, it would hurt a lot. But anyways, after I got that wall built, I went ahead and I was figured in my head, well, how in the world am I going to keep the water out plus a windbreak? So I sit and I pondered, and I've come up with build another wall and make a pocket, as I mentioned before. So I built another wall, as you can see here. And get back here where I can show y'all. And there's the other wall. Now, in there before all the leaves was just a pocket, and you just weave it in and out just like the rest. Outside here, inside there, outside there on that one, inside, outside, and you just keep going all the way up to the top. And then you start getting your leaves and you throw them in there, and that keeps out the rain, keeps all the wind from going in there. It ain't gonna keep it all, but it looks good. It keeps most of the wind out. And after I got most of the back wall built, then I started on the sides. Sides are the same way. You have a whole bunch of sticks that you gotta cut. I've yet to count these things, and one day I'm going to, just to see how many sticks I did cut. But as I said before, it's the same process. You start on one side, you start on this side, and it goes underneath that one out there. Then you start on this one, and it goes all the way up to the top. And this thing is sturdy as I don't know what. I mean, you move one and it moves it all. I mean, you can even walk on this thing. Here, I'll even go up to the top of this thing. I mean, it is solid. As you can see, I walked plumb to the top. Has no hesitation on holding up a 100-pound and 150-pound little dude here that has made this giant thing all by himself. Has had little help. The only help that I have had is from a friend named Andy Hoover, who helped me with the front here, which I am getting to. Now the front, I thought about doing the same as the sides, using the same sticks, same method as the rest of it. Well, I was going down through the debris pile that the river brings in, which is down in there again, and come across some old rotten grapevine, as you can see. And I was like, well, isn't that just nifty? And my idea popped into my head. of a grapevine front. And let me tell you, yeah, I couldn't have had a better idea. It was large enough, it looks good, it's well spaced. I mean, you can look inside, but as you can tell, like this post here for the door, it's staked at the bottom so it can't come out, and each side is counteracting the other, and it is as solid as a rock. I mean, it is not going anywhere anytime soon. But so basically, I used the front. I still use the same sycamore posts. They're not in the ground. You can't pull them. I'm sure if you had a tractor or something, you could pull them up, but not by hand. So use the access of that I use off of the I-beams that I use for the roof. As you can see there, let's see how many I got. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on one side for the I-beams. And let's see how many I got for the other side. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 posts of sycamore trees that were also found up the road. I could not find a softer wood to cut, because let me tell you, when you start to go cutting with this bandsaw, you swear you'd so tempted to get a chainsaw, let me tell you. So went up there. They was as straight as a post. Worked wonders with what I was going to do with them. So anyways, I used the access to that for the post here. They're all interweaved. And so got me some grapevine, wove it in and out all the way to the top. My friend Andy Hoover done from about right there all the way to the top. I done the top there, which I was debating on what in the world I could do, and come over here and I just wrapped it around and around and around and around and around again, and finally it looked pretty well. And so this top piece right here, that's all held in there by the grapevine. I did have it tied to the top sides with some rope, but I just figured, well, it's held by the grapevine, it looks good, I'll do it all natural. And that's one of the things that I was really wanting to do. I wanted to do everything naturally. No hands, no power saw, no anything modern, nothing. So everything here is held by tension and rope. As you can see, this rope right here. That is some rope that I found, let me show you the rest of it, in the river. The river is a great supplier of a lot of things. As you can see, I've gotten that bag from the river. I've gotten this bag. I've got this rope with the pulley on it. There's the rope. Also this rope. Got all that rope with it. Used most of it. Got the pulley, that bag, the football. Didn't get the hammock. Got that somewhere else. Got the trash can lid. Don't know what I'm going to use with that yet, but I've had ideas. And got this paddle from the river that just washes in from the floods from the spring. Got this hook it was part of a ratchet strap. Cut that off, tied it together, used that for something. And so been putting it together. Started about January. Could have had a lot done a lot sooner. Had to go on a mission trip to Thailand, which is an awesome trip, by the way. But yeah, I've been working on it since January. I'm not even sure when, but I've been working on it ever since, every time I get a chance. But been working on it then. A lot of time, very, very time consuming and aggravation getting all these saplings. I mean, I don't even tell you how many I've cut. And that was another big rush while I got busy here in the springtime cutting grass and everything, is getting all of these cut before the leaves come out. As you can see, leaves are starting to bud, and they'll happen a lot sooner on the saplings. And that was another thing. Get the leaves get them before the leaves come on, because that's a lot more aggravation when the leaves are on. But anyway, like I said, used different variety of 8 posts for the main frame. After I done that, got the walls done. Used this poplar post, used the post for that, burned them at the bottom, stuck them in the ground. As you can see, it ain't going nowhere anytime soon unless like that big dead tree right there falls on this thing, and I'd be madder than a hornet. But anyways, started there, went up the road, cut my I-beams that are these here, cut them all the way, cut them off at the top, tied them with the rope that I found at the tops and some here, tied them there, then went and cut for a couple days. I got a picture of a trailer full of saplings that I got in my album and just started weaving in and out, in and out. And one huge trailer full of saplings, believe it or not, I couldn't believe it that it stretched this far. It done this entire side, besides from there down. It didn't do any of that. It just done from there up. All of that I cut in one day. I cut them and delimbed them with the machete. Done all of that, plus all from right there up, done all that, and from here all the way up to, I'd say, about right in there. Had to stop there and had to get a couple to finish it. Then later on, like I said, I got the back wall for leaves back there, and that's what I'm going to do actually from right here, but I don't have leaves until fall. So I went back, I cut another huge load of saplings. Thank goodness that was my last load, hopefully for a long time. So from right here to there, mostly it's about maybe 6 inches off the ground. It varies, I mean, you can see, but also in there is all going to be leaves. That's going to be a windbreak. Windbreak, and just makes it look good. Just decided to do it, but I think it looks great. I've had lots of people comment on this. I could not believe the attention that this thing has brought, and that's mostly why I'm doing the video. I'm going to post it to Facebook, so hi everybody on Facebook and YouTube. We'll see how many views I get from YouTube. Maybe I go famous with this. Maybe I might even get on the news. Who knows? But yeah, just wanted to come over here and show you what all I've done with this thing. Go through the steps one last time. Got the walls, got the sides, 4 main posts, one in the back I-beam, the sycamore I-beams, weave in and out, all a couple days worth of that, both sides. Got all the front done with the grapevine, and then I found that little block of wood in the debris pile in the river. Made me a little bench right there, made me a door, and made me some little sides there. And I've done it all by myself, except maybe a half a day's work out of my friend Andy. But other than that, all me with these 3 tools here built this big puppy. But yeah, it's amazed myself on the thing that the shelter, as I call it, wigwam, that I've called it, and it's attracted a lot of attention from my Facebook friends and everything. And the next step is the inside of what I'm planning on doing. What I was planning on doing for the roof, so it wouldn't leak, was using leaves, as the other website school from the United Nations or United Kingdom, or wherever it was over there, done it with leaves. Well, this, as you can see, is too slick for leaves. And then I thought tree bark. Well, that's also too slick. I would have to tie it. I do not feel like tying all that tree bark on there. No way. So, next alternative, canvas. I don't have enough canvas. Then we come to the tarp. So this is what my idea is that I'm going to cut 4 more saplings, which I'm not worried about that at this point, and I'm going to roll up the tarp on the saplings, and I'm going to stop it about right here, And I'm going to roll it up, and when it starts to rain, I can unroll it and throw it over the side up there, and have this side cover and this side with a tarp all the way down to about, I don't know, maybe here, enough for it won't go back into the shelter. But and if it's not raining, I can roll it up and it can be breezy and open, and you can come inside and see what all here. But this is the inside. It's the other one, that the idea that I got this from, you couldn't stand up in there, so it was more of a crawl one. So this one I've majorly improved on compared to theirs. I'll go over what they had done in theirs compared to mine. But I just want to show you what I've gotten on the inside. I got my hammock laid up in here. Got that tied to one of the I-beams up to here. Got all of that. Got my tarp that I got on, and got me a little table there that I've gotten from the junkyard. Here's some posts over here that I've cut off. Actually, access these or access of these posts, and I might make me a table out of those, using those as legs, and I don't know, saving them mainly for the idea of a table. And so might take all the leaves out of the bottom here and plant grass. That would be pretty nifty neat. Have a square natural grass inside of a shelter. That would be pretty cool, I think. And so actually, I went to a yard sale there, I think it was 2 days ago. It was actually my best friend's yard sale, and they had a stove for sale. So my first idea in here was a fire pit. Well, having an open fire in a shelter made of wood is not a good idea. So that idea was canceled. Then I found a big barrel in the debris pile that the flood washed in. Well, I looked online and was looking at how to make that into a stove. And that was going to be the plan, was going to have the stove in here, either in the back or over in the corner over there, or just somewhere around in here that, you could catch heat, you could cook on. But then my friend had the yard sale. His mom showed me this stove a while back. I forgot all about it, and it's perfect for what I want. And it's underneath this tarp. Did not know this thing is awesome. It's a military surplus stove. This thing is the bomb. This thing, you can cook on it. You can cook on it here. It's got your little rake. You can rake your stuff out of there. You got your poker you poke stuff with. You can cook on it, as you can see there. You open up your little stove here. Open up the little door. You see in there a little stove. And you see where she's used it before, hadn't cleaned it out. But all these pipes, like this pipe here, and the pipe coming out, going up through there, as you can see, all of them can be taken apart and put right inside here, along with the stand here, and everything is compacted into this stove, and when you put it away, it's no bigger than this little circular stove here. This thing is awesome. I have not used it yet. I plan on it. But I'm going to be putting that away in the tub that it come in, and be using that soon. I'm going to have a cookout for my family and friends to come down and check out, and they really like it. But come outside. Here's another little bench. There's the bonfire where my friends come down and hang out and have a bonfire, and have the river right there where we can go swimming. I also have a big rope swing over there into the river. I don't know if you can see it from the video or not. Right there is right there is the rope coming down right there, tied to the tree. It's a lot of fun, so I'm gonna have that this summer. But yeah, there it is. I built it all by hand. No power tools, nothing. No instructions, all done inside my head, and it is pretty 98% done, except the leaves. Have to wait for fall. But there it is, guys. I have built this from scratch. I've got the album from my first day to pretty well my last day of putting this thing together. Still got some ideas for the inside, probably maybe hang some Christmas lights hooked to a car battery, and some, just different things. I don't know what I'm going to do with the inside, but so far it looks pretty cool. Got my stove and a little table there. But I'll go over what the other website had. Basically, theirs is a lot shorter than mine. You had they made a lot labyrinth door. I didn't have time for the door that they was doing. I just didn't want to do that. Another thing they did not take the time. The only thing weaving that they did on theirs was the walls. This is what I got off of mine. This is my ideas from theirs. I weaved the walls like they did and put the I-beam across. And I put the I-beams up through here. As you can see, they instructed to do that. I done that also, but the things that I improved on that they did not do, I took the time to cut all the saplings and weave it in and out. That is what I done. What they did was just lay logs across it, different rotting logs, and put like a bundle of sticks at the bottom, and then just throw leaves on it. I mean, I can understand this was how to build a quick, long-term shelter. That's what their instructions were. I get that. They done a wonderful job. I just improved on it. I had a lot more time than that I guess they did. And so basically I just weaved it in and out. Improved on that. The back wall I improved on. They just laid sticks like a TP all the way around the back. The wall, I think they done pretty well, much the same thing, just laid up against, or maybe they weaved, I can't remember. But it was a lot shorter. You had to crawl inside of it. They made a little tiny chimney, and they had an open fire in theirs. But just wanted to show you what they pretty well had, and what I improved on was just weaving in and out, making it taller, and just some different things. But there it is, guys. I hope you like it. Hope I get a lot of likes on this on Facebook and YouTube, or wherever it takes me. Maybe I'll be on the news. Who knows? But yep, there she is. Get you one last good look. Alright guys, let me know what you think. I think I've done a pretty good job. Still got some little bit more improvement on it, but yep, I've done a pretty good job. Alright, God bless you. Bye-bye.